That's how you're fucking that much.
You do the wrap up.
Oh yeah, Kirk. Yeah.
A child could do this. Duck Soup did it. Whatever the fuck his name is.
I turned the air conditioning on because at some point it was
Air conditioning on.
It was 72. It was 72.
20 degrees outside.
You lower the heat. You don't put on the AC.
Find a cross and fuck it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of KMS Reloaded. We have a bunch to get to today. We had a little update this morning, Sunday morning, as I'm about to film this episode. So it'll put a little bow on today's episode, unfortunately for some people. We got a lot to get to, so let's dive right in. Real quick, there is a YouTube delay on some of the cuts that I've been using. Pretty sure it's from the main show side. It's not from the cuts that I've been editing on my computer. So if you notice the cuts are off, blame the main show, I think, at least. All right, so January 8th, we got Gus and Coleman producing. We got Blind Mike in studio today wearing his Kirk Minahan gear, looking like the fucking Kirk Minahan blimp, for Christ's sakes. Mike, lose some goddamn weight. The guys start off the show. They talk about Mayo. They talk about Mick, which we'll get to later on in this recap. They talk about Kirk's non-heart attack, which sounds absolutely frightening. We learned that Julie is toast. Bon voyage, Julie. I always liked Julie. I thought she was really good in show, but you run your mouth and that's it. That's what happens. All right, so the guys went over a bunch of stuff. We're not going to really get into it. We're here to talk about the producer saga part 2. Gus is fucking rubbing off on me, apparently. All right, so show starts off. We got Gus just starts off hot talking about Mick.
I am a liar.
Start
that one off.
That's a good way to start.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He is just. It's just.
You think he's a piece of shit?
I think he's a piece of shit, and I think he's a liar just as much as me. And for him to come off on his high horse is ridiculous.
That's the way to really toast him. This guy lies. I mean, almost as much as me. If you can wrap your mind around that.
Look, as a rapist, I can tell you. This guy is a real rapist.
I've touched a lot of kids in my day, and this guy.
Let's save that one.
But it's not all fun and games. You know, we got the blimp Michael Gary in studio, and he is tense. The tension in the studio is fucking palpable.
What was that? Was that you, Mike, or no?
That was me.
Mrs. Gary didn't raise no fool. Mike knows what's coming. We all know what's coming, so apologize for this long cut.
I've titled. I had a whole PowerPoint presentation, but the sound wasn't working back here.
Oh, good.
So I opted to have better audio.
It was a rough start.
Did you hear this, Mike, or not? Yeah.
He's talking, and it sounds like he's talking through a walkie-talkie.
Right.
And he's just talking to himself, going, I don't know if this sound's going to work.
Okay.
Disaster
So you
to
didn't check the
watch.
sound for it.
No,
okay.
no, we did.
He was checking, and it just didn't work.
It was the sound on my microphone.
What's the sound?
It was. So I tried plugging.
right now.
The confusing part
Let
of
me
it.
hear what it sounds like.
I have to.
You have to rejigger all the...
I have to unplug my mic to go into the other board.
All right, forget it.
So that's why there was going to be a PowerPoint, but I've called this Buckle Down, Goose's Path to Redemption.
Okay.
First things first, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. The lying is going to stop. First and foremost, that needs to stop. You were right when you said it's a defense mechanism I've been using in my life, especially with my dad. 100% out on that. I can't promise that I'm never going to lie again because I speak fast. No. Can I explain? Can I explain?
What the fuck?
Just let me explain. Because fuck.
So Kirk then asks Gus about this Subway thing that he keeps bringing up. Every time Kirk asks Gus what he's been working on, Gus always brings up this Subway contribution that he's been doing. And, oh, Jesus Christ, which stopped him from working on the best of. And so this is the little confrontation about it right here.
What did you do? All right, here we go. Like, what did you do for the Subway thing?
So I have been texting back and forth with Tiffany.
Okay, how long does that take?
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
So then what does that have to do with only having January done?
I fucked up.
But you just said 45 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So then what? Like what?
To be fair, he didn't say he was completely going to stop lying.
That's a lie. That's in its own way is a lie. That's a lie.
That was okay. The other.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you just lied.
No, because that's one of the things I worked on. The other part is I I lost track of times. I forgot about doing things at times. It skipped my mind. I had a
It
complete
skipped your mind.
like because can I
This is hurting. I'm gonna be in the
I-
hospital.
I know.
This is hurting my heart.
I'm not
skipped your mind.
because
It skipped his mind. Imagine saying that to fucking Kirk Minahan. Him being your boss, it skipped my mind. Anyway, Gus's pitch, I guess, continues or like starts, restarts, I don't know.
so things that I can provide from a content to help improve the show. First and foremost, if you ever say anything to do something, it's gonna get done. That's
If you ever say anything to do something,
if
it's
you
gonna
say
get done.
if you say
Okay.
or tell me to do if you tell me to do anything, it's gonna get done.
Okay.
I will do it quickly. Priority. No, that's the only thing I won't do.
We say quickly. Then what was the word you said?
No,
Privately?
Before that, privately.
no, I didn't say
What did you say? Priority?
priority. You're the priority. Like
Thank
if you tell me something, it's the priority.
Okay, go ahead. Great.
I know that part of the role to be in this here is to be able to take shit. It's something, and I like to think it's one of my strengths. However, I shouldn't be taking shit about my incompetence. It needs to be on content ideas, and even if it sucks, it's at least something that's funny that's going to get made of. So at least it shows I'm showing out, I'm being active, I'm proactive. I have tickets to an event on Tuesday next week. Coleman and I have tickets for that. I've submitted some questions for it as well.
The Dale thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 2 questions submitted, as much you could put on the ticket thing.
Wasn't that the Warthogs that do?
That was the one in November, and I found another one in.
That was the one Warhogs was in November.
Remember.
Mike. This is a Dale event. Totally different.
This is something that's been said ad nauseum by everyone who listens to the show, Kirk on the show, whatever, Mike, all them guys. But none of the stuff he's doing is about contributions for the show. It's all about, as we find out later on in this episode, as Kirk puts it, it's all about himself. It's all about Gus. It's not about what he can bring content-wise for the show. And it's almost impossible to win Kirk over at this point. As all of us have been watching Kirk for a long time now, once Kirk gets like this, you're pretty much fucked.
So basically, I feel like any of these content ideas is going to keep getting trashed on, but it's lifestyle changes that's got to change. I'm willing to add sneakers. I've texted him. I messaged him this morning. I'm going to add him to my PlayStation account so he can monitor me 24/7 to show I'm not on. Bad joke, I know. But but
Should I just fire him now? I'm
no.
not trying to be a dick here.
No,
I'm not. Shut up. Should I just fire him now?
And then Kirk asks Gus about video games because that keeps coming up.
So you were lying about the video games, right? Just admit you were lying about the video
no,
games.
I'm not lying about the video.
So you weren't playing them.
Wait, which?
The things that they were accusing you of that you denied.
Yeah, I was on. Yes, yes.
So you were lying
Yes.
completely.
Yes. You want?
You weren't going to judge him. You said.
I'm
You know what,
throwing
Mike?
it-
I lied. I lied,
He
Mike.
swore.
I lied.
One thing is I have to slow down personally. Like take a breath more, slow it down. That's where I get myself.
You got to relax a little more.
No, it's
This was his, save my job pitch to Kirk Minahan. So then Gus prints out the PowerPoint, and what's crazy about this next cut is like this isn't a Gussie bit. This is like a legitimate thing that he actually had the balls to put on paper and print out to Kirk Minahan. I find this absolutely fucking insane.
Despite popular belief, I am not high all the time. I will never show up to an event recording anything official in the show capacity, anything official in the show capacity under the influence.
The fact that this is even a thing for him goes to show you how much that it consumes his daily life as someone who can speak from previous experience. That's why the thing with Julie saying like, oh, you can't really just fire him. It's like, well, maybe in the corporate world that's true, but also in the corporate world, if one of your employees admitted to doing drugs basically on company time and like going to company events on drugs, and that also kind of insinuates that he's driving to company events on company time while under the influence. So that's like a whole big fucking like liability thing. So the idea that he can't be fired for that is just fucking stupid. But yeah, I think that's part of the reason why Kirk was just like, what the fuck, Julie? It's just like all the shit that he's fucking done, I could fire him, like that. Anyway, we have some final thoughts from Gus about, his job.
I want the job. Like I want I want to be.
But you prefer to not do a lot of work, just hang out in the studio, right?
No,
Then why aren't you doing any work yet?
I was confused. Like there was no.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Well, I suppose that could be a good answer.
There was no clear like when
What?
last week I think like
There's no clear direction. Work. That's my direction.
No. It's I meant like with myself and Coleman because there.
Would you agree you've basically done no work so far, so you got hired?
Yeah. I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying.
Are you lying? Are you lying?
I don't know anymore. I feel like I've done work. I feel like
Then
I've
why
done
did you
stuff.
say? Why did you say no when I asked?
Because I wanted to say something I thought you wanted to hear. Because if I said yes,
that's the same Mike.
I said
See what I'm
yes,
saying, Mike?
because if I said yes there, you would say I'm lying, and I would fight back. No, it's I know the tough situation. Like it's not even a tough situation. It's a self-destructed, personal, brought on all by myself situation.
Okay. Well said. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do.
And for now, Gus survives another day. So then the guys do an emergency show, which was good, but again, to keep it short so that I'm not fucking subjecting you guys to an hour-long stupid KMS Reloaded, we're gonna skip the emergency recap show, and we're gonna head to January 10th. So, January 10th, we got Mick in studio, which is kind of crazy to me that Mick's even allowed back in because he left the show running. I'm surprised that Kirk Minahan would fucking do that, but, that's why he's the best, and that's why I am who the fuck I am. What the fuck do I know about creating a fucking podcast? So we got Mike and Mick as guests, and we got Gus and Coleman behind the dish, and we'll get right into it with this first cut.
What did you do yesterday? Show ended. Like, give me the Gus day.
So yesterday, show ends.
Mm-hmm.
I help with Coleman make sure everything gets up.
Mm-hmm.
We're all set up. We put some stuff on the back end for You Don't Care on YouTube stuff to like add stuff in that.
Yep.
But
I mean, to be fair, I did that.
he did it.
I
But
did
like,
that.
but he.
Coleman is out on
I'm
Gus.
just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, if we're doing the whole truth thing here, like,
It's crazy that fucking Gus is caught lying already with the guy who's trying to replace him in studio. And then quickly after this, the open mic night controversy comes up, and he gets fucking bagged again.
I hate to invoke the name of Craig Ironhead Coney,
Yeah,
but he told me there's a website that lists 7 a night.
Oh, I'm sure. Of
Yeah.
course.
What do you mean, yeah? You said you couldn't find one for a month.
No,
You said January 25th
Well, he
is the next
wasn't
one.
looking on the internet.
I didn't say January 25th.
What do you want me to do? He was on the World Wide Web.
classified.
So you know those telephone poles that have the things stapled on them. He found a wrestling show in Lynn, but he couldn't find a
He
stand-up
goes,
comedy.
yeah.
Mike,
He
what
found
I
an old
was
carnival from July, but they're, it's...
So then Gus is asked to give some new ideas for the show that he's been working on, and it's essentially the same old recycled bits or the recycled premises that he's been doing. Then one of the other things that comes up is Kirk asks him about some book list. I don't even know. He's gonna contact some author and read the author's book and then do like a book report with the author on Zoom. It's a fucking terrible idea. But the balls on this guy to lie to fucking Kirk again. It's fucking insane. I keep saying it, but he's a madman.
Which book? Did you figure out which book yet? Have you looked up the books he's written?
I've looked up a few.
Like what? Give me one then, because you're saying that's a lie, so you're lying, right?
Yeah, I'm lying.
This is what I mean. This is what I fucking mean. Mike.
All right.
This is what I mean.
Yeah.
This is where.
That was a nervous day.
In the courtroom, I wipe my papers off my
That's
desk.
not a bit. Why do you do that?
Because I'm scared right now.
Scared of what? Why can't you? I knew. I knew that you knew. I knew that you were going to lie to me there.
Yeah.
Like,
Mick takes a jab at Gus, and Gus and Mick start going at it. And the whole reason I put this cut in, about 15 seconds into the cut, watch Kirk Minahan, watch how happy he is and how pleased with himself. This fucking diabolical, just master manipulator.
It's a snake move to bring down the producer next to you when you fail. You've done that 3 or 4 times on the show.
How have I tried to bring him down?
During the RiderCon conversation, you said Coleman told me there wasn't a bad idea. You basically shifted the blame towards Coleman.
No. I was saying,
You should have just said, I screwed up.
Because one, I did say I screwed up. 2, Kirk said that.
Just Kirk, absolutely, just so pleased with himself. Bravo, kudos to Kirk. Again, the master at work. And then we get Mike having a very rare, astute observation. Thank you, Michael Geary.
Wow. You know what I'm noticing?
What's that?
I don't think Gus has any stroke symptoms. He's just the world's worst liar.
Yeah, he
was so coherent when he was going at Mick.
Right.
He was about to lie about something.
Can I say, Mike?
Is it just me? Is he just a phrase? Do I just break him?
It could be, yeah.
I don't understand it.
Specifically, he has not thrown me under the bus. He has taken digs at me. He kind of treats me sometimes like poo-poos and that.
I don't treat you like poo-poos.
There's been
Poo-poos and that might be a good title for the show. Are you kidding? I like that better than Running with the Devil.
Yeah.
Me too. Mike, if you treat me like poo-poos and that again, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm sorry for doing that.
It was more the and that really that bothered me.
I understand. The poo-poos you expect.
Poo-poos and that?
So then we get a Mick bait update. Take a little break from this producer drama. Kirk reads Mick's love messages with all the men he's been trying to slam on Tinder.
Hello, Mick types back, hey, with HEYYY. How are you? The guy writes letter U. I'm doing okay today. Just finished the gym and now headed back home to sleep for another hour or two, LOL. HBU.
How about you?
How about you? Nice, headed to work soon, the guy says.
Yeah.
What brings you on the app? LOL, you really want to know? I'm not gonna lie,
That's Mick.
Yeah, this is
real turn on.
Come on, me.
He's like, well, I stormed out of a producer's search today, and
This predates that, Mike. This is early December.
oh wow.
Yep.
There's only a few guys in my school, but none are my type. They're all such pussies, and I don't know how else to meet others. LOL. That's cool. Do you like older guys? I've never been with one, but I wanna, and that's like, is that like a
Like a
horns on the guy? Okay.
Yeah. A little devil emoji.
Naughty boy.
Also, never really had the chance. Gotcha. You very handsome, he said. Just turned 53 here. Ooh, that's older than my dad, which kind of turns me on. LOL.
Great. Won't it be great if...
How many people listening right now are like pleasuring themselves?
Too many.
Won't it be great if this bit kind of just drifts away and then in a few months Mick shows up at like a Minahan
with this guy?
Hey, this is Greg.
LOL. Gives a job. Where are you from? Oh, really? I played lacrosse for a bit in middle school in freshman year, but not sure if I'll keep doing it this year. How old
See,
are
that's
you?
my tell that I'm a 16. Yeah, see?
Oh, Mick, I got you.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
How old are you? Ah, shit. Whoops. LOL. How old do you think I look? And then a face with hearts around it.
He's good at this. I think he's captured a man before.
Bruins hat, young green shirt, older. How everyone says my hair makes me look young. That's so funny. You're 16 green shirt, maybe 19. 14 in the picture.
Yeah.
And then you make a face with a...
Yeah.
How old are you actually in the picture?
I think 14. I think it's my brother's.
It'd be great if
like
I thought you
15
took these
probably,
all now.
No.
Damn. So how old are you? You going to stop talking to me if I told you the truth or what? I'll talk meat would be different. My guess is you're a sophomore. You're 16. Damn, you're pretty good at this.
Yeah, he was. He's not taking the bait as much.
And now he's doing the be careful. A lot of effed up people.
He's trying to warn me.
So this is the guy you've been...
That's one of them. I have a couple.
I'm the weirdo, not some closet case fucking twink pretending to be a 15-year-old boy so, theoretically men will pound him in the ass. That's some fucking Dylan Mulvaney shit that Mick's got going on. Anyway, fucking Jesus Christ. Mick and Gus start going at it, and then Gus says something about Mick that I actually really agree with. No bullshit.
You fucking abandoned the show. You threw your little hissy fit and walked out. I've been getting beat up every time I come beat up.
Gus, do you think I left because I couldn't handle him yelling at me?
Yes, I did, because you're a fucking pussy.
Gus is absolutely right. Mick was almost in tears. He can say that he forgot to put the camera on him because he was so worked up. I don't buy it. I just think he was too embarrassed and he didn't want the camera pointed at him. No one can take hits like Gus has. Gus has taken a lot of shit from a lot of people, and that's the one thing no one can take anything away from him is he's taken more hits than pretty much anyone in this universe has ever taken. Mick proposes that him and Montante both replace Gus on some weird alternating schedule that I don't think is going to work out. I really don't think Kirk's going to be buying this. I think he wants it from Montante. He's always wanted Montante in the studio. I think that what most likely will happen is you'll see like Montante on Gus's salary with being able to get some commission from sales. I'd like to see Montante in the studio. I think he's good on the show. And he's nice and sensitive, which really works well for Kirk to shit on him and get him going. Let's see, what else for this episode?
I mean, if I'm them, I'm thinking of any possibility that would make... If I'm Mick, I'm thinking, what are my flaws? How can I what can do to better my chance of getting an opportunity at it. And it seems like teaming up is probably going to be the better way to do it.
A former press spokesperson.
As well said.
For a
No fucking idea what he said.
Nobody has any idea what the fuck he just said, but we do know that he survives another day. I did have a whole thing for January 12th, and I had some cuts and all that stuff ready to go. Basically, what happened on the 12th was Montante and Pat Ford were in studio. Gus did some dumb video on Twitter that anyone who's a fan of the show knows that Kirk was not going to be happy with. And I had some cuts laid out where basically his, Gus's kind of employment was up in the air. So as I was getting ready to set this up and try to get this wet wood from last week to get going, I checked Twitter right before I started recording, and I learned that Gus is fired. So there's not really point in subjecting you to a bunch of cuts that kind of leave Gus's fate up in the air, because now we know that Gus is no longer with us, which sucks because I've been shitting on him for a couple weeks. A lot of people have been shitting on him for a couple weeks. And the thing that I don't like is I don't like when anyone loses their job, especially someone like him who's kind of again, you know, I can recognize it in myself. I can recognize it in him too. I don't know, it just sucks. I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, you got something that a lot of other people wanted and you fucking shit it down your leg. So I don't know what else to say. I wish Gus well, but at the end of the day, you fucked up. And we're on to the next, and we'll see how long Montante lasts. So we'll see. This week should be an interesting week. I'm sure we'll get to the, you know, some final thoughts from Kirk about Gus, and we'll move on to the next fucking debacle. I don't really know what this show is going to be about. The idea of recapping 4 shows a week, this show would just be too long. So I think the idea is just try to find a theme for the week and just try to run with it. Hopefully no more producer stuff, because I'm sure like all of you, I'm sick of it. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys next week on KMS Reloaded. Take it easy.
no big deal. No hard feelings. Good luck. Fuck you!